cookies because what Mark was going to bring was cookies that were helped to be made by his daughters, Celine and Haley, his two daughters, ages 6 and 3. And if you know that family, you know that their kids are their life, really. And they have these cookies that they call dinosaur cookies that, you know, I've had a few of them, and they taste delicious. It's just a whole mound of sugar, basically. And I'm not sure how much they look like dinosaurs. I might be a little off on that, but they're really good. That sort of told me something. I have probably spent more time with Mark Lawrence in the course of the last 10 months than anybody except for his wife and children. So you get to know someone well through that process. You really get a sense of what their values are. One of them is service. You know, his father served in the Navy and worked for the shipyard for 39.5 years. And Mark always believed that you should put back what the community gave to you. And you see people all across the country who are deciding to become teachers, social workers, soldiers, and pursue careers and paths of public service so that they can strengthen communities. And I can tell you one thing, they're not in it for the money. And they're not in it for reasonable hours or much in regard to public reward. And that's sort of what Mark has tried to follow. And one thing I should have mentioned before is that it's high time that we have a national service program in this country that rewards people for going and pursuing those paths in regards to things like the GI Bill that I even mentioned earlier. Mark believes that strongly. The other thing is that Mark has sort of an experience but also a calm and tough side as well. It's hard to describe. But what it really boils down to is Mark has been a backbencher in the legislature when he was first elected. He has run a legislative body. He has been on both sides. As district attorney, he applies the laws that were created, and he gets to see firsthand families that are living on the edge. Mark brings a breadth of experience, plus those qualities and that virtual public service to the table that can enable him to both fight against leadership, be a bold voice for change, stand up for the values that really animate Maine people, and also sort of have his finger on the pulse of what concerns us. Maine has given a lot to him over the course of his career, and he wants to give back what it gave him. And that's why I would urge you to consider Mark Lawrence.
Thank you.